Europa League Quarter Final, second leg. Now, hear me out. I'm about to give you my predictions, and I'm not saying you should back me with the bookies, but everything I'm about to say is going to happen, somewhat, to a degree. I have a strong feeling, though. I go to football matches all around the world, and this year we're doing more Europa League on the channel because I know it's not all about the champions. Like this evening, Bayern drew 1-1 to Man City, and Inter had a high scoring against Benfica, but no result changed. I've taken a break. I'm going to be flying somewhere very key tomorrow, but we're going to begin in Roma, Feyenoord. Now, luckily, I was at the first leg. I was there in De Kuip, and the stadium erupted, but we're not here to talk about atmosphere. This is the part of the channel where we predict the game. And that was a dominant performance from Feyenoord. They look different. They're top of Eredivisie. They're about to take back that title that they haven't done for quite a few years. But they have an astonishing quality amount in their team. Santiago Jimenez up top, the Mexican. He always finds a way. And they've got so many different players which I could go through. Idrissi, for one, 3 assists in the last 3 European matches. One being against Roma where he set up the goal for the midfielder to score. They have a lot of qualities all around the pitch, not just the Moroccan or the Mexican. They all come together to build one incredible side, and I think they stand as favourites to go through. But first, let's talk about Roma. What are the qualities? What do they bring to the table? Well, first of all, they have a manager that won the Conference League. They won a European trophy in the final against Feyenoord. So this match is all about revenge. It's who can do the other one over 2 legs. So a 3-0 win it was for them against Udinese in the Serie A, which is a perfect confidence booster coming into this game. At home, they've got a great record. 7 victories from 8 home games. So Jose knows how to graft it out. But when you're coming from a deficit, does Jose know he has to go attacking? That's different for him. Watch out, though, for Rotterdam-born Roma player Gini Wijnaldum. He's done it in European competitions at the biggest of moments for Liverpool. And if he's going to do it, it's going to be in this game because it doesn't get bigger in a quarter-final second leg when you must turn up. And now for Feyenoord, a 3-0 win over Cambuur puts them one step closer to that 5-year wait for the Eredivisie title. But they're not just going for that. They've got a Conference League in mind as well. No, not Conference League, Europa League. One step beyond what Roma and Feyenoord were in the final last year in Tirana, where I was there too. So I've watched these two teams play each other twice over the last 2 years. The fans, it's not always pretty. The away fans are banned though, which will affect Feyenoord. They are incredible fans. They travel wherever their club will go. So to not have them there is a shame. And it's going to help them, though, with the likely absence of Tammy Abraham and Paulo Dybala, 2 Roma quality players that do it at the highest of levels in their career, and they won't be playing. Now, they are Europa League goal scorers at the top level of 22 goals, making them top scorers as a club. So they'll be excited to go there. But I just have a feeling this is going to be a low-scoring one. AS Roma 1, Feyenoord 0, which means the aggregate will be 1-1. And in the 90th minute, we're going to see the game go to extra time. There's going to be no goals until Feyenoord pop up in the second half of extra time. 2-1, Santiago Jimenez, limbs in the away end with 0 fans, maybe a few in VIP, who knows. I'm not going to say anything. Feyenoord go through. That's Thogden's prediction. Game number 2, Royal Union against Bayer Leverkusen. Now, this would be the first time the Belgian club would get to a European Final 4 since 1960. Imagine the tensions for these fans. Like, I'm a Bolton fan, right? And we're not the biggest club in England. So I can imagine the feeling for these Royal Union Singola fans. I don't know how to pronounce it. If I bottled it, I'm sorry. But I'm trying to compare and contrast what it's like to go to the stadium knowing that you're going to get to a point in a European knockout stage that your club haven't been to in, 53 years? Even more, 63 years. It's astonishing how far they're going. And let's be honest, they're on a 9-match unbeaten run. If there was ever time to go into this game, it is now. 30 goals they've scored in 13 home games. However, when have they faced the form team of Germany, Bayer Leverkusen, thanks to Xabi Alonso's dream tactics? They've got amazing players. One of their midfielders I'm really close with. He's actually got with a match shirt. That's why in the thumbnails, sometimes you'll see me wear a Leverkusen shirt. Absolute top bloke. They've got Frimpong, who's doing really well there. They've got a lot of up-and-coming talent. It's a very special team, but one player that deserves a mention, Moussa Diaby. He's linked with clubs every summer, but his stats don't lie. 11 goals in 25 games. If anyone's going to do the damage, it's going to be him. That guy is electric. Every time you watch him live, it's like, how is he that quick? You know, Leverkusen have never lost to a Belgian side in their history. I know you're trying to be clever, but they've never played one. That's not true. They've played about 4 or 5 matches against Belgian clubs, and they've never lost. And I think that stat will continue. The form team of the Bundesliga, as I said. So they created carnage in Monaco away. They got a comeback there. I can see them doing it, but it's not going to be easy. It was 1-1 in Germany. And I think it's going to be 1-1 in Belgium. So again, we're going extra time. I've got a good feeling. Now, there's going to be 0 goals in extra time. None. All the way to the end. 120 minutes of football. Penalty time. Who's going to win it? The Germans. The Germans are going to do it in penalties. That's my prediction. Let's see if it's happened. Leverkusen are going through. Now for the big one. The Moroccan boys. Sevilla. My team. I'm a Sevilla fan. They've become my team for Thursday. I'm sorry, United fans. With all due respect, I'm not going to be supporting the English team in this situation. I'm going to be backing my friend Bono. I was FaceTiming him last week, and he's a great guy. In fact, he's actually given us tickets to go to the game, so there's going to be an amazing vlog. A 2-2 draw at Old Trafford. Wow, En-Nesyri. It's an own goal, whatever. It's because of En-Nesyri's header that they got that comeback. And I have full belief on the edge of Spain, bordering Morocco, we're going to see some special scenes where the Moroccan boys link up and they knock out Manchester United. Now, there is some history. Sevilla are going for their 7th Europa League. Nobody does it more than them. You know, everyone's saying they're having a bad season, but their manager's only played 4 games and he's drawn 2. 1-2, so he's actually turned it around. And if we're going off their home form in Europe this season, 3-0 and 2-0 against PSV and Fenerbahce. 2 clean sheets too, which is perfect coming into this match. Last time they made a Europa League semi-final, they do it all the time, so it wasn't long ago, the 1920 season, where they actually played United and beat them and got to the final. So they've done it before, they've won it before. I'm not writing them off. And with new manager Jose Mendilibar, he just brings a level of passion into the dressing room that we haven't seen before the last 4 games. And in the last 2 games, they've scored 4 goals after half-time and 0 before. So they are the late goal specialists. If the game's going quiet, it's going to be anyone. But En-Nesyri has a crazy record, though. If they are going to score the opener, it's going to be him. He's done it on 3 separate home Europa League fixtures. Well, who's to watch out for Man United? Well, actually, Christian Eriksen. Because he'll be looking for revenge after that 1920 Europa League final where he represented Inter and lost out on the cup to Sevilla. We all know about their injury crisis with Lisandro Martinez and Varane missing. We've got to add to that now with Bruno Fernandes, who's suspended due to the amount of yellow cards, which is massively going to affect them. However, they are strengthened by Marcus Rashford, who's come back to training. Now, is he fully fit? Will he be back to 100%? It's hard to tell until we see. Will he start on the bench? We're unsure. But if they do start him on the bench, they've still got Anthony and Sancho, who helped to get a really solid Nottingham Forest 2-0 win. And going there and getting a win is a rarity right now. And the manager, Ten Hag, even compared Anthony to an Iron Robben-like player, which was a bit of a mad statement considering it was a lovely assist, don't get me wrong, but Iron Robben. My prediction, now it was 2-2 in the first leg, Sevilla 3, Manchester United 2 in the second leg. You heard me right. En-Nesyri to get the winner. It's not going to go to extra time. It'll be done in the 90, but it's going to be a 5-goal thriller. Bono, I'll see you soon, mate. Sevilla are going through in the 3rd game, and that brings us on lovely and perfectly to Sporting CP, Club de Portugal, against Juventus, the old lady, the one that's won the Serie A more than anyone in Italy, the team with history, whether you like it or not, whether they won it rightly or not, that's for a different story. But Sporting, I've watched them live this season at home to Arsenal, 2-2 draw it was, then they won it at the Emirates. Never write these boys off. If they could beat Arsenal, they can beat anyone. Let me talk about their benefits. Marcus Edwards, what a player that guy is. He loves to turn up when the cameras are on, and certainly they will be when you're playing Juve. Pedro Gonçalves, we don't need to talk about him, but that long shot against Arsenal, needn't I say more? These guys can kill off games and they will be looking for it. But for Juventus, I'll be honest, they went to Freiburg and I watched them live. Chiesa killed them off with that incredible finish at the end. Now, I expected the Germans to knock them out there and then, and I've got a feeling they're going to be on the travels again looking to win. They don't care about the Serie A anymore. That's why they lost 1-0 to Sassuolo on the weekend. They are fully focused on European football and the Coppa d'Italia. Because of the teams that are left, they know they have a great chance of winning it. The Serie A, it's finished. Look, I don't know how it works with Coppa d'Italia, but I think they can qualify European places from winning that. And they definitely can from winning Europa. And I have a feeling the likes of Chiesa and Pogba, because they're fit and ready to go, they will turn up and they will be hungry to win this game. So I'm going to go Sporting 1, Juve 2. On aggregate, that will be a 1-3 finish and send Juventus through. So that's my 4 teams to go through. That's my predictions. I am very confident with it. You don't have to back me in the bookies, but if you want to make money, no financial advice though. Don't smash the like button is all I'm going to say, all right? If it comes in, smash the like button, subscribe to the Thogden Reacts channel. It has been a pleasure. I am buzzing for European football. See you out in Seville. This is going to be messy. Come on.